Go. Refresh this page. What's up, Twitch? What's up, YouTube? This is FJ, and we're back. This is BrackCast number 90. I've been MIA for, I think, the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is pretty bad. My apologies, guys. I've just been either working or just double booked on certain events for Thursdays, and I've been meaning to come back, and I'm glad we were able to fit in a week in March because I didn't want to miss a whole month without BrackCast. So here we are, and I think it's fitting that we're going to start with the topics today of like where did March go, because a lot of stuff I think, well, there's a lot of headlines in March that we're probably going to have to backtrack on. But yeah, Deji, what's up? You are currently muted.
What's up, man?
How you been?
How's it going, man?
How you been?
It's been good. You know, been busy.
Esquire just released an EP.
I did do that actually. That kind of just completely slipped my mind as an event that happened in March. Yes, I put out some music, and
I'll have
it's been
that
a while.
link in the description of, in the chat. Not in the chat. Oh, sorry, I'll have that link in the description of the video so you guys can check it out. Make sure you
Shameless plug.
Make sure you check out his Spotify and all his socials and follow him, like and
Yeah,
subscribe,
it's
man.
called
He's dope.
it's called it's called I Need an Engineer, because I actually need an engineer to mix and master my music.
So it's like a call out. How long you been working on that?
Just since January, just like
Oh,
some new stuff that I put together. Just trying to get out the cobwebs, so to speak.
so EP
Um,
means what?
I think it means extended play.
Versus what's the other one? LP?
Uh, yeah, and that stands for like something play,
Yeah,
maybe like long or something. I forget.
yeah. So what classifies an extended play? It's like lot more than track, like a bunch
I
of
think
tracks,
it
right?
has to be like longer than like 5 minutes or 4 minutes or some shit. I don't even know, but like yeah, it's definitely a length. It's length that separates the two,
Hmm.
EP versus LP.
Okay. How many songs? How many tracks?
So this one is three. Are you talking about mine or just in general?
Yours.
Yeah, mine is just 3 tracks. Because everyone has a short attention span, so nothing is over like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty intentional, just to like give people a quick like bite, you know.
Okay. You know
Yeah,
what,
man.
man? Do you mind if I ask you more about your process?
Sure, go ahead.
So, like, you just said you've been working on this since January. So, did that inspiration or muse just pop in like the end of the year? Like, what kind of like prompted you to start working on it in January?
I guess the thing is like I'm usually always working on something, but I never put anything out because I'm always like it's not good enough type thing, right?
Okay.
So I think I just wanted to
Oh,
get away from
shoot.
holding on to things. But
Oh no, I think. Okay, as long as I can hear you on the pod. Go ahead. I thought I wasn't picking up your audio, but I am. I am.
yeah, I just wanted to get out of the habit of holding on to stuff and just putting it out.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me just, because a lot of the stuff I'm working on, I feel like I've gotten really attached to it. So I wanted to just do something brand new that I had no attachment to,
Hmm.
and then just put it out, quickly, because I started to develop an attachment to it. So, um, yeah, man, just trying to get back in the gym, so to speak, like musically,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So
So
in terms
yeah,
of like going with the EP LP route versus an album, like what's that decision process like of like, holding out for like I guess a larger set for an album, right?
yeah, it goes back to the whole attention span thing, right? Like you have to kind of have people buy in to you. I mean, you'll always have your like fan base or whatever, but when you haven't put out music for a while, like someone like me, and you're trying to like kind of regenerate a bit of a buzz or whatever,
Hmm.
I think it's better to put out like smaller, shorter projects, but like do that consistently before you now put out a full length thing. Because I mean, you and I, like, if we listen to albums, there's a good percent, there's a chance that we'll like listen to maybe 75% of it and like maybe not get to the end.
True.
Like that's a very common thing, right?
Yeah.
Unless we're really bought into the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
that
even
was kind
then,
of my
even if an artist comes out with an album, like it's usually still consumed in the order of like what's pushed in like YouTube first or whatever gets a music video first, right? Or
Mhm.
when they're releasing like the first track of an album. But okay, is there like a theme among the three?
uh I guess the theme is like past old flames,
Oh yeah.
past flames that I've, been that I've had experiences with,
Okay.
which is kind of like the theme of like my music in general. It's kind of uh, like a romance novel,
Diary.
yeah, type thing going on. So, yeah, just some prior muses, we'll call them.
All right. Cool. Hey man, I don't want to spoil any of the surprise, but I mean, the
Yeah, man,
more
go
we
take a
can,
listen.
yeah, the more we can like. I think I just heard. I didn't get like an actual opportunity to sit down and like dedicate. I think I'll do that tonight. I'll listen to the three.
Yeah, man. In
Um.
6 minutes.
Oh, dope. But yeah, like I've heard some snippets on your stories and on your Instagram, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to listen to it. So I'm gonna just dedicate some time to doing that tonight. And for all of you guys watching, I promote that you guys do that too. But
Yeah,
again,
man.
link will be in the description of the video. All right.
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, man. Like so, in terms of what some of the events I think that you wanted to bring up today about what's happened in March. What were some of the things? Was the whole Chris Rock thing released in March? I feel like it was, right?
I believe it was released in March, yes.
Yeah. Did you watch it? Did you watch the whole thing?
I did watch it, and I found it quite I found it, I guess, dope that he left that stuff till the end,
Yeah.
because I think everyone was probably expecting him to, get into that. But I I almost kind of even forgot about the whole thing because his
Yeah.
bit was like kind of like I was like, oh shit, like he's going in, because it was funny,
Yeah.
right? I don't think when I watch Chris Rock comedy, I don't think I really like laugh out loud
Yeah.
like I would at Dave Chappelle or like Eddie Griffin,
I agree.
but I find it intelligibly like humorous.
Yeah. I think his
But this
level
one,
of like intellect wit is up there. Like it's
hmm
clever, but yeah, I don't find myself actually laughing out loud. I'll smile or I'll like chuckle or
hmm
something. I'm like, that was a good one. But it's more
hmm
intellectual, like good one rather than
hmm
like so I
yeah, he has like, what was I gonna say? He just has like stuff you can like. You know what? I will say at some point I was like laughing.
okay.
That's what I found like in this. That's like one or two jokes. I was like, oh shit, this is funny as fuck, right? But yeah. Back to what you said. It was more like the witty
I only
humor.
got to consume, I guess I'll use the word consume the closing part about Will Smith. I didn't actually hear the whole episode. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
another thing I gotta watch still too. The entire what is that called? Set? The whole set.
It,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, man. Get in,
Actually,
yo.
on the topic of Chris Rock, because I just saw, I don't know if you saw it, man. Like it was like 2 or 3 days ago, but the, uh, is it like, oh shoot, who's the guy who wrote Huckleberry Finn?
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. The Mark Twain Award was handed to Adam Sandler. Was awarded to
Okay.
Adam Sandler the other day, and I always like watching them. It's like I think the last guy was Chappelle, right? Who got Mark
Yep.
Twain, and yeah, I
Yep.
like
That
that.
was
It's like a comedy. It's a excellence in comedy, and when you think about everything Adam Sandler's done over his entire career, there's a lot. There's a lot of movies in his like library,
hmm
and I didn't really know this until like it was really evident in the awards that like he basically stuck with the same people. He always kind of like referred to the same group of friends for his
Okay.
casting, for his like writing, his producing. Like his team is, he basically, people say he carried his friends, but like at the same time they delivered. So Chris Rock was one of them, and it was really nice to hear
Mm.
Chris Rock how he met this Adam Sandler guy at like this comedy club. So Chris Rock was doing a set. Apparently, it takes a long time to develop uh, like a rapport or reputation for you to be approved for a weekend set. So finally, Chris
Okay.
Rock gets a slot on a Saturday night in this comedy club, and so he's like, you know, he earned that spot. He did well, and then he ended up getting like a big role out of it. Like in I forget what it was, but he got a claim for it, and then he was rewarded with like I think a movie spot or something. But
Oh,
he goes back to the comedy club and he notices Adam Sandler just has a bit, and
okay.
he's like, this guy has been barely been here, but now he's already on a Saturday set, right? So he's like, how did this guy get here so quickly? But anyway, listens to his set and finds it funny, and he's like, and it went from like, who is this guy? Why does he get like special attention or whatever? To like, this guy's good. I dig this guy. Like I want to be like tight with this guy. And
Mm.
so Adam finishes, and then I think Chris goes and does his set, and Adam Sandler watches it and finds him funny. And then
Mm.
after the both guys finish, Sandler's like, "Yo, we're hanging out at my place. You want to come hang out?" And it became like a personal thing for Chris because apparently Chris grew up. Not apparently. I think we all knew this. He grew up in like a white like suburb area where he was like one of two black guys in his school. So he's like,
Oh,
he actually never really, he felt like he never fit in. Like he didn't have friends. No one really invited him out to anything, especially like white kids. They never really like
okay.
included him. And then he's like, so there's me, the guy that nobody wanted to hang out with in high school growing up, and this awesome guy asked me to hang out with him, and we've been hanging out ever since. And they've been friends for like, I don't know, man, decades now or something like that. So it's really cool. And you
Yeah.
know, they were in the movie. Oh shoot, that one movie where like they're all a bunch of dads going on like a cottage vacation.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Fuck. What
Yeah,
is that?
Schneider's in there.
Uh, yeah.
Uh,
And Salma Hayek.
Salma's Hayek's there, and
Yeah.
James something James
That was
Kevin
a funny
James.
ass
Yeah,
series.
yeah, it's a good one. Anyway, I kind of went on a little tangent there, but yeah, I thought it was sweet, man. Like, and you could just tell how like humbled Sandler was at all the people who like you know performed for his Twain Awards. I I recommend it. If you just like look up Mark Twain, Adam Sandler, all of
Mm.
the tributes were there, and his acceptance speech was there too. So
Is it on Netflix
YouTube.
too?
I mean, I don't know where it originally aired, but all the clips are on YouTube now.
Okay.
All right, but yeah,
Okay.
and I think you had another like news headline. Actually, don't know about
Oh,
this headline.
yeah, I saw this today. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, what is it?
Um, so I guess in Tennessee, some 28-year-old white woman like had an emotional breakdown or whatever
Okay.
and got some handguns and assault rifles and went to this school and just like killed three kids and killed three adults, man.
She worked there?
Shot- I don't know. It didn't say. Let me
Okay,
look
three
this up.
days ago, Nashville school shooter carefully plotted attack that killed six. Carefully plotted the attack. Oh, a transgender killer who murdered
Oh,
three
wait,
kids.
what?
Six killed,
Hold
including
on.
three children in Tennessee school shooting.
Oh, I didn't know that. Are you serious? Where are you reading this?
I just googled shooting Tennessee woman, and four stories came up. All of them were 3 days ago. But they're all in Nashville, so I'm assuming it's the same one, you know?
Oh, but they didn't mention that she was transgender.
Yeah.
I didn't see that anywhere.
Let's see. Um, Here, I'll pull this up in the share
Oh,
screen.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is a private Christian school.
Here we go.
Oh, the plot thins.
Thins or thickens?
Thins.
Okay, the other way.
It's when something gets a bit more clearer. Because, like, if this is a transgender student and this is a Christian school, I can already see where a lot of that
Oh shoot!
conflict could start
I see
happening.
what you're saying.
Yeah, hold on, let me see this view option. Check.
Head teacher was among the 6 victims.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is interesting. The trans community is fearing a backlash following the school shooting in Nashville. Shortly after police revealed that Hale, a former pupil at the school, identified as a transgender man, the hashtag trans terrorism began trending on Twitter. Oh shit.
Wait,
Trans
it was a
activists.
transgender man?
So it was Hale, a former pupil at the school, identified as a transgender man.
Audrey Elizabeth Hale. Okay, so yeah, so
Denise Sadler, its transgender drag performer, said she had already hired 4 armed guards before Monday's shooting to secure a drag show she's hosting at a gay bar in Nashville this weekend. Following the anti-trans rhetoric online since the attack, she now plans to double that to 8 guards. Oh wow, this is really interesting.
it bothers me that it's still a thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus, shooting up a school is just like one of the most horrible things you can do, man. But then throwing this into the mix with like religion and like sex and like
Like
all these like trigger topics.
you know the outrage, right, about all these things happening with like gun laws and stuff in the States. Do you think this stuff happens in other countries? We just don't hear about it.
No, I don't think so because like a lot of times you look at the stats of the gun violence in America and it's like ridiculous compared to other countries. Like that's been a constant thing I've seen as far as statistics that I've just seen online, right?
So that does that happen here in Canada? I don't even realize.
Uh,
No.
no way. Gun violence like this?
I guess because it's tighter, right? The laws are tighter
See,
here for like.
I think- I'm gonna Google that. Has there been a school shooting in Canada? Has
I feel like there has.
a list of some past Canadian school shootings. Okay, hold on. This is globalnews.ca.
Yo, you ready for this?
What?
I did school shootings by country. You see it in my share screen?
Oh, hold on. Let me look at this. Yeah, I already see America's looking dark.
Dude, look at this like thing on the right. Second place is 8. First place is 288 and second place is 8. That's crazy. Everyone else is under, well, I mean, good. I'm happy that all the other countries are under 10. Oh dude, you're muted, or I can't hear you. I can't hear you, dude. Did you? Oh, there you are.
Is it more than everyone combined?
Oh, I don't hear you in your main mic anymore, eh?
Oh, what's happening? It's like, oh, that's what happened.
I think you
One
plugged in
second.
something and it became the default. But you can hear me, right? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. No. No. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Nah, I still can't hear you, dude. But yeah, you can see here, guys, school shootings by country, number of schools by country. United States is up at 288. Second place is Mexico with
Shit.
8.
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you again. It's perfect. Canada's on here with
Oh
2.
shit.
So Canada's at the bottom here.
All right, there we go. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna say, is it more than all of them combined?
Oh, yes. By far, dude. The rest of
Probably
the
like
world,
times.
the rest of the world doesn't even break 50,
Wow.
and the United States is at 288. But again, I question, what if they're just not all reported?
Oh no, man. Even if they're not all reported, that's look at that number, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Like, yo, get rid of your guns, fam. There's no argument you can make to say we should keep guns. Like, look at this stat. This is children in school that are getting killed, yo.
That's not number of children, eh? That's the number of
Or
schools. So it's even more deaths, like actual individuals. Yeah, that's nuts. That's schools.
wow. Wow. Wow,
It's
bro.
almost it's almost comical. Like, oh, this has to be like a meme or something, but that's messed. And you know they're tightening gun laws in like other countries.
Yeah,
Australia has 0, eh? Look at that. And that's where they banned guns. So
spare the guns, man.
no matter
But
how people say like safety, oh, it was, we make sure it's yeah, locked away from access to the kids. Apparently it's
that's
not.
what killed me.
Apparently it's not.
Let's let's give the teachers guns. Remember that was the solution
Really?
that they were discussing. Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No. Wow.
Oh yeah, when all these school shootings were happening, they were like, "Yeah, we should give the teachers guns to protect themselves and to shoot the shooter."
Like, wasn't there a thing where like they had metal detectors?
Oh yeah, that's a very common thing in the U.S.
So how is that not working?
I guess probably in these schools they don't have them.
Or
You
they're
know,
like 3D printing these guns and the bullets aren't made out of metal? I don't know.
well, it said in this one like these are assault. Usually, find in these school shootings, it's like assault rifles that these like kids purchase from places.
Like Walmart.
You know.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Do you have anything else
wow.
like in terms of like insight to like this thing? I guess that's something that the whole transgender part of it is like a new light on the headline.
Yeah,
It almost makes sense now, which I don't want to say that because it obviously still doesn't make sense. But it's like you basically got the motive. So maybe there is something here where that person felt specifically alienated by the individuals that he targeted. So
mm. Yeah.
yeah.
You usually find in a lot of these cases there's some sort of like like prior bullying or harassment that happened, and this like
Yeah.
shooter is like lashing out. So looking at those two different sides, as far as like I said, religion and sex, I could see a conflict brewing.
And yeah, like
But yeah, more to come, I guess.
it brings
More to
it
be
back
released,
now to the
revealed.
whole just like how, because of the woke complaining the loudest, the government is trying to address those loud woke individuals by like granting some ridiculous thing about like, you know um allowing a child. I think there's like some law coming out where like, yeah, someone under the age of 16 or 18
Mm.
is allowed to like sign for their own like sex change medication. They don't need a parent's um, approval to get
Mm.
sex change medication.
Is this like
you're not allowed to drive a car, but you can determine your gender like that and like actually transition to another
Wait, but I even thought they were like way past that because like you hear of like children even younger than that getting surgery. Like,
Younger than that? Really?
yeah, man, bro, I've been hearing of this like from time. Like, I think even when back when the whole like J.K. Rowling controversy started, like that was one of the things she was talking about. Like a lot of young girls were undergoing, surgery to have like their breasts removed, and these were like high school girls and stuff.
Oh,
So it's like that stuff's like been happening. I guess maybe what you're talking about now is like the government actually now like
yeah, like
enforcing.
getting into like the law of it, of like, I guess you would say a mandate or whatever, where parents are no longer required to sign for the actual hormone stuff drugs, like to change the hormones in, you would say, a child, so that they would,
Hmm.
either produce more estrogen or, I guess, testosterone. So I guess things like that.
Man, I guess like so like I heard um in like some schools, if even like a kid expresses any sort of interest in like getting gender reassignment surgery, I think the teachers actually encourage them like not to inform their parents. This is like a Joe Rogan episode I was listening to one day, and I was just like,
Oh,
"Oh, this is interesting," because I could definitely see like on the parent side them being concerned, on the kid side they're all confused, and then the teacher who is like, if you think about it, part of like the system or the government or whatever,
mm,
um, kind of reinforcing that level of mature individual decision making
mm-hmm,
in a child,
mm-hmm.
absent of their parental guidance. And I don't know, man. It's an interesting world we're living in, bro.
Well,
Cause like,
there was this one, like, I think it was on Instagram or TikTok, where it showed like a group of 6 or 7. I'm gonna say they would look like 5-year-old, 6-year-old boys. I think it looked like maybe it was like Thailand or Vietnam, right? Probably Thailand. And all these boys had like their shirts tied up like a crop top, like
hmm,
twerking and like doing drag looking kind of stuff, right? And
okay,
you think about it, it's like, did they identify? Like, are they saying they're gay or that they want to be trans or that whatever? And I don't think these kids actually know what they're representing with this behavior. I think they're just emulating what they see. Like, if they're surrounded by a bunch of uh trans people, and like they're all like, the culture celebrates this whole twerking, like almost like, you know what I mean, like that side of the world, maybe like like, yeah, I'm gonna say maybe drag maybe, like, then that's what they're going to emulate. But does that mean they identify that way? I Maybe
okay.
not,
So
yeah.
you raise an interesting point because like, I was listening to this interview once where who was talking. It might have been Jordan Peterson, and he mentioned that um, like kids play, right?
Yeah.
Like young kids, like they play around, and he was watching his son play with his I think his nieces.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of young girls around, and his son I think was like putting on lipstick and put on a dress, right?
Okay.
And Jordan was like, I was watching this, and I found myself getting concerned. And then he was like, wait, why am I getting concerned? My son is only doing this because it's funny and he's having fun, right?
Yeah.
He's having fun with his cousins or whatever,
Yeah.
right? I don't think he has the like emotional maturity or intelligence to really read into like the whole identity of like the lipstick and dress that he's wearing. Like he's just having fun with his right.
Yeah.
So I think when you say that, as far as like them emulating with the crop tops or whatever, like kids do that. They copy.
Yeah,
Yo, when I was young, I would put on my mom's fucking nail polish
yeah.
because I was just like, yo,
Because you
this shit
see her
smells
doing
good,
it.
yo.
Well, you just get high on it. I had.
I was like, yo, this
Well,
shit
that's the
smells
thing.
good, yo.
I had
It's on
two.
my nails.
I'm the youngest. I'm the only boy. I had two older sisters, and they did girly things. Not like super girly things, but they had dresses. They like hair ties or hair bands or whatever like that. And for fun, they used to dress me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I think that I was a girl or that I was gay? Nah, like I think I started liking girls since like I was in grade 1 or 2. Like I immediately like I was,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It just kind of like you just crushed on them. Like you kind of it wasn't
yeah,
learned behavior at all. It was just like that's what I felt at the time. Like
yeah.
um, even despite whatever my sisters might have done or like whatever I may have like witnessed around me. And then I will say that my friend was telling me about this one case where this child went to a therapist and was basically like, yeah, I think I want a sex change. And it's like, oh, and they're like, why do you want a sex change, right? And then it turned out like this child was like just felt isolated, and he or she, I don't know, didn't feel like they belonged. So in their mind they're like, well, if I don't belong in this, I guess, gender, I should try the other one. And so like
Mm.
basically needed like the psychiatric like assessment and approval to be able to push for operation, right? But
Okay.
but the therapist was like able to identify, so wait, it's not because you actually have this like underlying desire to be with whatever that like corresponding sex or gender. It's just because you don't feel like you belong right now. And that could be a social aspect. It's not even a gender aspect or a sex aspect. It's just a social aspect. And so
Mm.
you're so lonely, you're depressed or you're like lost that you're you want to go to the extreme of perhaps thinking that maybe changing your gender or your sex is going to be the solution when you don't really know. But that's the thing, is like there's no guidance. The kids are just like, maybe that's what I need to do. It's not even they don't even understand the context of what it's for. And so
Mm.
like letting chill, like the younger you're gonna give these individuals the autonomy to be able to make the decision for themselves, the more iffy that could be. It could be pretty like not damaging, because let's say this person did the sex change, right? They're like, I want a sex change. The therapist never asked why, and so he's like, okay, I mean, if you feel like you want to do it, and they do it. So now they've done
Mm.
it through operations and drugs and like invasive operations to change their bodies, and they still feel
Mm.
isolated and they still feel like they don't belong. Then what? You can't just go back. You can't just like, oh, you know what? Oops, I gotta go back. You know what I mean? It's damaging. There's like long term damage effects and stuff. Just because you
Mm.
don't have the mental awareness or capacity to handle social things, like social awareness things. It's
I guess you do find a parallel with like, say, like getting rich, you know, someone who still doesn't have it all figured out mentally, and they're just like, yo, like as soon as I have money, like, I like, or say, they're isolated, as soon as I have money, I'll have friends, I'll have people that care about me. They make all this money. Maybe they have new people around them, but they're still isolated because now everyone just wants to be around them for the money, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I think what you're talking about, there's like a deeper self-awareness that needs to happen. Because like that particular issue, I think you could find multiple cases in different like types of situations, right? But again, going back to our previous conversation a couple like minutes ago, it's like young kids playing is one thing, but I think like when you start making active decisions on your being,
Yeah.
your body, things that are going to affect you and others that are in your life, you really should like have a solid idea of what you're doing, or like have like some serious intent behind it, and not just doing it because like everyone else is doing it. Because you do find like
Yeah.
you hear cases of, high school girls, every girl in their friend group is getting it at the same time. That to me sounds like, hey, I'm feeling this way, and like maybe you're feeling this way as well,
Yeah, peer
and we're
pressure.
all friends. Maybe we should just, like how high
Yeah,
school is, right?
you band together, dude. Like, there's another story. I think I might have mentioned this in another podcast where like this girl, um, like all this person, all her life, always exhibited interest towards boys, always had like crushes on boys or whatever like that. Reaches like later elementary, so grade 7, grade 8. Next thing you know, she has a girlfriend, and so you're like, oh, uh, how did that start? Like, are you gay? She's like, no, I'm bi. So the answer was being bi. And then you question, okay, so like, how do you know what that is? Like, do you, before you liked boys, you like, you like to kiss boys, you like to like chase after boys. Now this girl, like, do you want to kiss this girl? And she's like, no. It's like, oh, do you have like any desire romantically for this girl? And she's like, no, but we love each other. And it's
Mm.
like, so it's like, okay, but you're identifying as bi, but these are young kids, like grade 6, 7, 8, who haven't even maybe even discovered this whole sexual part of them yet, right?
Mm.
But when you talk about being gay or bisexual or lesbian, it's with regard to like, I guess, like sexual attraction towards someone, but they
Mm.
don't even know what that is yet, right? So it's like they're just hitting puberty. So you
You
would,
know,
hold on, last
no,
bit.
yeah, yeah, go
Let me
ahead.
just bit. It would turn out that it's just because social media pushes the coolness of being bi. Like, it's cool to be bi these days. The kids think it's
Mm.
cool. So that's why she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm bi." Like, it's like cool to be bi now. Like, it's like, it shows like, I don't know, particularly girls. I don't know if it's cool to be bi if you're a guy. It's a different. I think that's a different kind of dynamic in like the schoolyard or whatever. But for
Facts.
girls, it's almost like, oh, that's like, she's modern. She's like independent. Like, what, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
these kids don't know. They don't actually know what this stuff is. It's just what they see. It's what they consume on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. You were gonna say?
Um, so like words and like the modern and their modern usage, I think like is a very funny thing, because I think a lot of times we get stuck on words, right? Like, because when you say like bisexual, like what does bisexual actually mean? It's like a sexual attraction to like both sexes, right?
Yeah,
But that that girl may not be technically bi, but maybe she just likes girls,
yeah,
you know? Which is like that's her truth, right? But
yeah,
I think like we do have a tendency to like also mislabel things a lot and just run with it,
yeah,
and not no one spell checks or does any fact checking, so it's like, oh, she's bi, just group everything together, they're bi,
yeah.
or like here's another hot topic, um sexual assault,
Uh huh.
you know um there's a vast range of what that could be, but you could go up to a lady in the elevator, and you know maybe just like your hand brushes up against her elbow or something, and you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. In the right court of law, you could get charged with sexual assault.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus like actually doing some heinous shit. So I think like a lot of times, like the wording of things is also like a big factor.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
I
yeah.
I will say with like, that okay, so like there was this one incident with this particular host on, and he was gay, or I guess I don't know if I don't know if he is gay or like he identifies as a she, but he's gay, and he's like a stylist, and I think it involves Scarlett Johansson, where she was on the red carpet, and this gay guy, because he's gay, felt like it was completely acceptable for him to grab her boob to check the style of bra that she had on. And this was during an interview on camera, like live air, whatever. So he just goes right up and grabs her boob and like checks it as if like he's styling something, right? She's obviously on the red carpet, a little stunned, shocked, but she had to like play it off for the camera. But you could tell she wasn't comfortable with it, dude. And so this guy would later, I mean, there was like aftermath for it. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but like on YouTube or whatever, he was like on a number of interviews where like they put him on the spot. Like, what is that? Like, why? In what like capacity is that okay? Like, where you think like it's okay for him to do that? He didn't apologize for his behavior, or like even like I don't know if he paid for it too, but he basically tried to just rationalize why it was okay. It's like, oh, I do it all the time with my runway models or whatever like that, like when I'm doing a show, like it's something we always check. But yeah, but just because you're gay, does that mean it's okay? Because if you were a guy, a male designer, but not gay, that's assault, you know? If you were a woman and then maybe you're lesbian, that could still, but you're a designer, that's still assault too. It's like, so like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he like released a public apology. It wasn't good though, but like that's another, that's what I mean when you brought up the elevator scenario, that like it brought up like other stories in my head of like the like, where's the loopholes? You know, just because of your sexual orientation, you have loopholes. And like, you don't. Like, you really don't.
That reminds me of the Will Smith slap, not the Chris Rock one, the one before that, where he slapped the guy that was interviewing
That was trying
him
to
and then
kiss
kissed him.
Yeah, someone was trying to kiss him, right? I think it was
He's like,
a
"Hey,
prank.
man."
I think it was a prank.
No, that wasn't a prank. That was some real shit.
Some guy wanted to kiss him.
It was like an interviewer, and like, oh, you mean like, oh, I get what
The
you mean.
guy
I thought you
trying to
meant a
kiss
prank
him.
and like Will was in on it.
No, the
Yeah,
guy was
the guy
trying
yeah.
to kiss him, was just doing it as a prank or whatever. But Will caught it quick and like, what are you doing? Like,
Hey, man.
yeah.
Hit him with the, yo, did he hit Chris Rock with the backhand too, or no?
No,
He
it
slapped him
was
like
it was
this.
definitely like a front hand thing, front hand swing.
That guy got the,
Oh, did he? Did he get
and
the
then
backhand? I don't know.
yeah, he got the backhand.
Okay.
And then Busta Rhymes, you seen him in the airport?
No.
Some lady grabbed his butt while he was walking through the airport, and he was holding a drink, and he turned around and
He just threw it at her?
that shit was funny as
I
fuck,
mean,
yo. I ain't
like,
gonna lie.
yeah, I warranted, I guess. Like, again, assault, but he's a guy, and if a girl does it, then it's like, oh, that's not. It is though. It's like straight up, you know?
Yeah, don't touch me.
Yeah, man, that's
Um,
personal space.
Context matters, bro. Context matters. Because what if that was a female reporter that tried to kiss Will Smith? You know what I mean?
Then it's
Probably,
like, oh,
hey, I'm married.
yeah, dude. There's this thing where it was like, who's Jennifer Lawrence was saying hi to some girl, this other actress who was being interviewed, right? So she's being interviewed. Jennifer Lawrence comes from behind. It's like, hey, hello, and Jennifer Lawrence was going to kiss the girl on her cheek, but because she said hi from the back, she turned around right at the moment where Jennifer Lawrence is going to kiss her cheek and kissed her on the lips. These are two actresses, and they're both like attractive. So it's like, haha, funny, whatever. Like, and they like played it off like, ooh, like I kissed a girl and I liked it, and they whatever, right? But
Mm.
that would not happen in any other like combination of like genders or sex. You know what I mean? Like that wouldn't happen. Like, do you know what I mean? If it was a straight guy who went over to say hello, kiss the girl.
Uh, I think that could
I
happen.
mean, yeah, they could play
Yeah.
it off, but it's different. It's different though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's not as,
Like if
yeah,
it was
it's not
Brad
like
Pitt leaning over to like kiss I don't know, Julia
Scarlett
Roberts on the
Johansson.
cheek or something,
Yeah. And she was like, oh,
and then they
and she was like,
accidentally
oh,
kiss on the lips, still they're gonna be
they'd be
like,
like, oh,
oh, like that was not sorry, like my bad, you know. I think, I mean, that's just a random example. We don't really know their relationship or anything like that, but like, just saying, like, it brings us back to the whole like double standards thing, like, and in this case, because you've it's not even just male and female. Now you're doing like the non-denominational or whatever like that. Then it's like uh, triple standards now, quadruple standards, like depending on
oh,
how
I
you
feel like
identify
exactly.
yourself. Yeah, like you have your own rule. That's another thing too. Okay, so here's another thing I was thinking about the other day because I'm traveling, and we do like a rest stop, and you know how we go to like an en route like a truck stop. You have your
Okay.
female washroom, and you have your male washroom. And here I am thinking about like real estate. When you
Hmm.
see a guy's washroom, there's like a whole wall of like urinals, and then like a half a wall of like toilets. And you would imagine
Okay.
that on the women's side, they're all toilets, right? So toilets take more real estate. So you can serve less women in the same amount of time as you would be able to serve how many men, right? On these kind of things. But with this new
Okay.
movement, you don't even have washrooms like that anymore. They're all single use, like single multi. Like it's what do they call them?
Hmm.
Like basically everyone has their own
Stall.
stall.
Hey,
But
I'm
it's
cool
not a
with that,
stall.
man.
It's well, you're cool with it, but like if you think about it, they're walled. There's door. They all have toilets. So basically, you're getting rid of the urinal unless you put a urinal in the same stall. But you're
Hmm.
the traffic now. You've added traffic. You've taken up more real
Yeah.
estate. You've added cost, and you've added traffic because of this movement. You know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it,
Yeah.
man. Like I don't like it.
I guess I guess like as a user of the washroom, I don't mind having my own stall because like,
Yeah,
man, I don't want to see your reflection in the fucking thing, man. Just pee over there.
I hear you.
So but like if I like maybe own the place, I'd be like, oh man, this is like a lot less cost effective or whatever,
I guess it's becoming
but
more of a thing too in clubs, right? Clubs you used to. I remember like growing up, clubs were like girls' washroom, boys' washroom. But then later on, if they're all gonna have like these single cubbies, you're gonna have more sex at clubs. Like you could just know it's gonna be a thing,
oh yeah, they
right?
yeah, I have been seeing a lot of like, well, I haven't been seeing a lot, but anytime I went out to clubs in like the last year or so, I did see unisex
Yeah,
washrooms.
like they all
Yeah, the
they all
guys and
wash
girls
their
meeting
hands, I
there.
guess, in the same spot in the beginning, but then all the toilets are like their own stalls or whatever, like that, right? Which is still like
Wow,
I
the
don't know. I
club.
feel like it could still be dangerous or like drunk people, high people, or whatever like that. Like putting them all in a space like that. But then who am I to say that? Because the whole club is the similar space. Like it's
Yeah, it's
common.
guys and girls, and they're all drunk, and everybody's doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
When's the last time you were in a club? Jeez.
Me this past
Yeah.
weekend, but that's
Oh
just
yeah.
because I went to like a snowboarding trip, and then on the
Mm.
Saturday, like it's like après ski, so like there's this bar slash club on the resort that everybody goes to.
Oh,
So it was rammed.
uh,
Man, I went in there, dude, and it was like, oh yeah, the club scene. It's like,
oh shit.
playing
What was
club.
that
They're
like?
playing club anthems. It's dark. There's cover. There's coat check. And then
Jeez.
like it's like starting to get rammed, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm not really enjoying the time, but then I guess I'll get a drink, so I will enjoy the time. Eventually, you drink enough,
Yeah.
where you start singing along, you start dancing stupidly. It's rammed, so it's not like you could really dance or whatever. You're just like, like stuck between people or whatever, and then you just kind of like walk around and check out the different people there and different rooms of music and stuff. It got old
Okay.
pretty quick, man. Like unless you're drunk, like that stuff
Yeah.
gets old really fast.
You know what? I do hear you, bro. Cause like,
Let's go to
um,
Nomads.
yeah, I'm down still. It's funny when cause I went to the Drake Underground recently for a show, and then I went to this other club. Well, not really a club. It was more like a lounge, but they're like, there's like a jam in there. Um, but because I DJ now, I have a very different experience in the club. I usually go there to like watch people's reactions and steal music.
Okay. It's,
Yeah, you like Shazam shit.
oh,
So it's like, yeah, to add to my set. So I honestly can't remember the last time I was in a club to just like jam out. It's just been for research purposes.
well, yeah. It's part of your
So
job now, right? Like,
yeah.
when I go to weddings or any of these events where they have a DJ and they have entertainment, everyone else is getting drunk and partying or
Mm,
whatever, but I'm completely sober because I'm working.
yeah.
So it's like
Yep.
I've been desensitized now to these events where I don't even know how I'm gonna be. Like Dan's wedding, man, like I'm gonna have to like really put an effort to let go and to let loose of like, all right, I'm not here to work. I'm not here to like judge. I'm totally gonna judge
Mm.
everything because like that's what I'm used to doing when I go like
Oh yeah.
to know
Like like vendor wise and all that stuff. Yeah.
decor, vendor, but like actually the photographer, like the work, like uh, you know, it's just part of the routine in my head when I go to work somewhere.
You know what's funny? I do the same thing, yo, with like going to watch artist shows and like watching shit that other people do and are presenting.
Yeah,
Especially if I can do it, I'm fucking judging that shit.
yeah,
But
man.
I like, I won't let it affect how I feel about them. I'm just like, I don't know if I would have done that angle still. Just
Oh,
like shit
like
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Do you even look at like
Oh,
equipment? Like, oh, what kind of mic is that? Oh,
for
like
sure, for sure. What?
yeah, or like the deck. It's like
Yeah.
what's the deck there? Like,
Or if I like see, if I'm like somewhere and I see like a video someone has posted, like, okay, that transition was really good.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I could see where you put the cam. Like, just like weird shit like that.
yeah,
I don't like enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
analyzing the shit.
technical now. Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be the first wedding where I've been a guest in a long time, in
Hmm.
years, man, in
Damn.
years. So it's gonna be fun. You said the stag went well. You were there.
I was there for 5 minutes.
Why?
Well, I really wasn't gonna be able to make it, but I wanted to like just like at least show face.
Yeah.
And I was in like I was in Toronto. Sorry, I was in Mississauga, and I was planning to go to Burlington,
Yeah.
but I learned that a friend of mine was in a really bad accident, and so I had to go see her that same day.
Oh no.
So I went to she's fine, she's recovered and everything, she's okay.
Okay.
And you actually may know her. It's Charmaine. I don't know if
The
she was at the
yeah,
fucking
the
she was at the show.
Waterloo
Yeah.
friends with Neela, Kyle.
Yeah, man.
She got in a car accident.
Sorry, no, not car accident. She lost consciousness walking out of the bathroom and fell face first onto her, like fell onto her concrete floor face first.
Oh my god.
Like broke her jaw, chipped her teeth, had to get sent to the hospital, had
Broke
to
her
get
jaw.
fucking
Like so, what?
bro,
She just blacked out. Like, did they? Was it a condition? Like,
passed out, passed out, and then she like woke up. Oh, I mean, you mean before she hit the ground?
yeah. Like, what
Yeah,
caused
she
it?
said she
Like,
was like feeling like lightheaded and shit. And sorry, Charmaine, I'm telling your business to everyone.
yeah,
But yeah, she basically like felt lightheaded, passed out, fucking landed on her fucking chin,
dude,
bro.
I've seen this.
Uh,
Uh, I
oh yeah?
not like the thing is when I saw it, it was food poisoning. So like it got to the point
Shit.
where they're just like they lost. Well, the food poisoning led to like nausea, and then all of a sudden, just like this person in front of me, like passed out. I'm watching this person, and I couldn't get there in time, and just fell,
Oh shit.
boom, like and hit face first onto the floor, and I'm like, I couldn't do anything but like watch it happen. It was scary, man. I was like,
Yo.
yeah,
Yo, that actually happened to my girl, yo. Here. She didn't fall on her face because I caught her
good.
when she passed out. Yeah, yo. And this happened to me when I was a young lad, and my dad caught me. Yo, or I would have fell on the
Yo,
fucking
what is
toilet sink.
happening? Like, yeah, like, what was your thing? Do you know? Like,
I think I got up too fast was my thing, and
oh,
then like
that,
I lost consciousness,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
hadn't eaten that day.
Oh
Yeah, man. But anyway,
shoot.
she had to get like her jaw is wired shut right now till it heals, so she's drinking pure fluids, bro.
Oh man, she's like Kanye through the
Yeah,
wire right now.
bruh, literally. So anyway, had to go see her.
Yep,
Shot over to Burlington
yeah.
for 5 minutes. Yeah, yo, what up? Shot back to Toronto to go do a show or film a show.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Did you at
man.
least get a
So
drink at the stag, or like get buy
yeah,
a ticket,
so yeah.
win
I
a
got
prize?
the strap,
Got the strap?
got the straps, the phone straps. He had the extra,
Oh
so I got those.
yeah. Was it from War?
You have those
From
too,
War in
right?
it. Yeah, yeah. I have some samples that
Now
I
we can
got.
all rock them. Now we
Okay.
can all rock them
Now we
in
could all do
Burning.
like a dance choreo where we all have them and, incorporate it in the choreo. Put it in
Put
the
them through the
choreo.
sleeve.
Putting it all
Oh
on
shit.
like that'd be
Who's
dude,
that? Who?
if we do that, they would promote it. Like that company would totally put that
Oh, for sure.
on their like reels and stuff cuz they love that shit. I make that stuff for them from time to time, like like
Oh yeah.
a content post like to push product, or like I remember I made like a short reel. I'm playing piano and I'm wearing it, and like but the piano piece was like a mix of anime into Dr. Dre song, and
Hmm.
like it was dope. And they liked it and they posted it on their page. So
Oh shit. Yo, man. What's it called? I've started copping a bunch of tech gear, man.
okay.
I found this website called Tenchi. Oh man, they're about to take all my fucking money, son. Yo,
Tenshi, I feel like
this
I know
shit,
this.
this shit is looks crazy. They're fucking so I bought a bulletproof vest thing, and also like this
Oh,
like
Tenshi streetwear, dude. This looks a lot
and
like
this
those
fucking
places I suggest people don't go shop.
oh really?
Yeah, man. This is a drop shipper for sure.
But you know what? I was like checking out their comments.
Yeah.
A lot of them were like they seem pretty legit and they seem pretty
But
satisfied with the product.
all right, well, you
But
and I need to
you were
talk.
saying,
We can talk about it outside the pod, but like fabricated, like
oh yeah,
these review. Like, dude, I just went on the website right now, and these photos, specifically these photos, I've seen on other websites,
mm,
and so careful, like, because these price points too. Like, I think are they selling in euro? Oh, let me put it in US
it's
dollars.
USD.
I'll put US dollars here. Yeah, man, like they basically they'll take orders,
Okay.
and then they would order from AliExpress and then drop ship it to you. So they'll buy it
So what does
from
that mean? Drop shipping.
drop ship just means you can buy something from a manufacturer and have it shipped to the client. So the
Okay.
person the like this Tenshi website never actually
Okay.
touches the inventory. They just
Okay.
order it from somewhere else. That you pay them, they order it from somewhere
Okay.
else for cheaper and tell that place to ship it to you. So
I
they don't
got
have a
you.
warehouse. They don't have like no
So
inventories.
the best course of action is to get it from the supplier directly
Yeah,
somehow.
cut the middleman because they're just marking it
Okay.
up, and there's risk too because I'm gonna look right now. Contact us. I'll go to the contact us page. No physical address. There is no. Yeah, there's no physical address. No contact phone number.
Mm.
And shipping, it says 15 to 20 days to the US, 15 to 25 business days to Canada. Business days. So that basically tells me it's from China. Right? 2-3 weeks.
Okay, so I need to get the supplier.
Yeah. And like you don't
Is that shit?
there's no guarantee of the actual quality of the thing that you get. Like the pictures are definitely like like I said, I've seen these exact photos before used on other websites.
Okay.
Like remember,
Yeah, I need to get to the actual supplier, yo.
yeah, well,
'Cause that
AliExpress.
shit does look fucking fire.
No, it looks
AliExpress?
sick. Yeah, man, just you can just find all this stuff on AliExpress for like
Really?
a quarter of the cost.
Oh
And
shit.
on AliExpress you could use PayPal. And they have a return policy. If what you get you're not happy with, you could either get your money back or you return it and it won't cost you anything. These guys, if you don't get the product, they have your money. If you get the product and you're not happy with it, they already have your money and they don't even have to do a refund or whatever. Like you're not protected with these guys, right?
Where is AliExpress like based out of? Like what
It's China.
country? Like, okay.
It's China. You can find this stuff on
Interesting.
Amazon too, but you'll pay more. So like yeah.
Interesting. Well, I got two items, so
I'll send
okay.
you like the contacts or like the stores that I know in Ali. I've ordered from Ali and I've ordered from this place. Not this place specifically. I feel like this is like a rebrand of another place I used to I had a video about it, drop shippers and whatever, like but I'm
Okay.
glad you brought
Yeah,
up
man.
Tenshi
Yeah.
because I'm going to add this to my title for the other drop shipper video I have. But anyway.
Okay.
Just want you to. I'm trying to protect your investment, man. I don't want you to
No, no,
waste
yeah.
money.
Hey, I wanna pay less. Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Because I was looking at that USD, like, damn.
Because remember, I had like the hoodie with the big neck,
Okay.
right? I even wore it to Nomads, and then like the bartender like commented, "Yo, man, where'd you get that hoodie?" And I'm like, AliExpress.
Oh shit.
It's like, oh. But anyway,
What is Alibaba a thing?
I think Alibaba and AliExpress are the same.
Same thing,
Are
eh?
the same
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Um.
All right. Yeah, man. Put me on, yo.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you links for sure. But yo,
Yo,
what's up?
if a guy came up to you and said, "Yo, let me fill you out," what would you say?
Feel me out?
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah. It's like,
Was,
I'm good.
was there a chance to be like, "Yo, pause"?
Well, yeah.
Yo, my boy said that in the stream yesterday, and I had to pause him, and he got tight. Yo, he was like, "Yo, I'm cutting this off."
Wait, so he's like,
Oh
feel
man,
he
sometimes
so
I can't help it, yo.
was he actually thinking like the vibe? Like see if you were like down
He
with
was
the
thinking,
vibe, right? Like let me feel you out, like as in like
w-
if you were gonna dig
well,
the vibe that he was about to play, right?
well, what happened was
Yeah.
he was playing a remix of a song, and I happened to have the originals
Yeah.
a cappella of that song.
Yeah.
So when he was playing parts of that song, I would like cut in with the same part and then bring it out. So it was like an echo of his song.
Sick.
So I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna echo your shit." And he's like, "Oh, yo, hold up, let me fill you out." And I was like, "Yo, pause." And then he's like, "Yo, fuck this." Oh man.
So yo
yo,
guys,
sometimes
that
I
was
can't
on the
help
Fire
you.
Pit. Make sure you check them out too. I'll have that link in the description of the video. So they stream every Wednesday. Dope music mixes,
man.
man. How's that going?
Well, we're actually taking a bit of a hiatus to talk about strategy and marketing
Okay.
because we wanted to get on this weekly streaming thing in order to like master our show format.
Yep.
And I think we have that now, but now we need to like grow.
Well, yeah. Now
Just
you
like,
need
yo,
audience. Yeah. Right.
yes, how do we get an audience? Who do we need to market to? What do we need to be doing? What do we need to be posting? When do we need to be posting it? Looking at our analytics, all that shit.
Like, are you thinking
You
maybe
know?
like, maybe you're not at the level yet where you could do a full show for like a paid event, but maybe you can open. You can open for some other artist who's like playing at a club. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, we're open to anything that's dope, man.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Like check
the
out
sessions will just be to brainstorm.
like that place you played for your event. you know,
Parkdale or
the
Clickhouse.
one across U of T, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you can find out, like, I know, I think it's called Tavern, or like, was it Horseshoe Tavern? You ever heard of Horseshoe Tavern?
Mm-mm.
That's a club downtown. I know they have like events. They'll do ticket events for like a local band, or like an artist or something like that. So if maybe you can approach places like this who host bands like that for like shows, and ask if they have slots open for openers. So just so you can
Mm.
get the awareness first, right? It's probably not going to be like a very high paying thing right away. You don't have, but you also don't have the pressure of having to do a full show for a bunch of people who don't
True.
know who you are. So it's like open for people. Like, get, maybe work on networks to like open for shows. I'm thinking that's just my idea. What do I know? Like, I'm just thinking like that's a good way to.
Hey, that's it's outside some outside the box thinking. You know, I was just thinking to hit up venues and be like, "Yo, when's your so and so night? Put me on."
Yeah.
And like a lot of my friends DJ too, so I've been like talking to them to like, "Yo, if you have a show coming up, like put me on the, the list or whatever."
Like, are you thinking
So
like
that's how I
doing a set like during open mic nights and stuff?
Nah, I mean like actual like parties that like
Yeah, yeah.
these brands throw, right? Because there's a whole bunch of these creative brands around Toronto, and they're always throwing all these parties and shit.
Yeah, dude.
So
You
there's
gotta
always different people there.
approach venues. Like the venues where you'd
Yeah,
want to play at, approach them. And then and there's tons in Toronto, like downtown there's, and then, depending on
too many.
the tier that you want to be, do you want more like low key? Do you want more like, a particular price point too? Like base it on menu costs, like how much is their drink in this place versus how much someone else is drinking like another place. Like,
Mm.
but anyway, that's wicked. But like, we are looking forward to it, man. Like me, Gavin, the guy who was with, and then Kyle, we're looking for another event so we can come out to, man. Like, so
Yeah, next one's gonna be like will be so finely honed. So like our shit is so interesting because we've played with the concept of doing an all standing show and an all sitting show.
okay,
Because we think we have the capability to do that. Because like an all sitting show would kind of be like an opera
yeah,
type thing, right?
yep,
But I think the music is so different that people could literally just sit there and take it in,
uh-huh.
and then we could switch it up and have people like actually dancing or whatever. Because that kind of exist. That's kind of what the balance is in that last show that we had.
Yeah,
Because in the beginning there was a bunch of sitting, and then toward the end everyone was on the.
yeah. What
So
would you classify your genre? Is it hip hop?
that is an excellent question. Would you like to know what one of our drops is on the show?
Well, drops,
Yeah, it's like one of those like
like a
it's
bass
Tim
drop.
Westwood, like one of those like buttons that you press on the radio show and that they like say something. It's Tim Westwood
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that,
It's like
right?
DJ Cal. Yeah, okay.
Basically. So one of our drops is, what genre is this?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So
Classified, bros.
it's made to
It's just
be versatile.
exactly.
But I just see a possible like challenge with that is because if you have no category, people might not know where to put you. Like,
Which is fair.
you know.
I mean, like, if we had to, it would be like electronica, it would be like electronic hip hop dance, fucking house,
How, yeah, I definitely,
Afrobeat.
there's this house. There's like that. Just name them all. Just
Like it's an electronic fusion of sound, like
okay,
you
yeah.
know. So
Electronic urban fusion. It's definitely urban feel, you know?
yeah, right now it is, but
You want to go
we want
Afro
to
mo?
branch that out too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not necessarily even Afro, just like man, just
It's whatever
some
you're feeling,
obscure
yeah.
shit
Yeah. So,
ever, man. Like so,
yeah, everyone
it's
will
cool,
be
man.
like a surprise. I definitely see the like the potential for that. It's just, where do we where do you go to
Mhm.
showcase where people can recognize it? Because it's like selling to someone, hey, I've got this awesome product. It could it could do like one of 100 things, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, like not one of 100 things, but like it could do up to 100 things, and they're like, okay, yeah. So like, you can come to this like this thing and test it out. All right, and then they test it, and then that time that they test it, it does something, but it's something maybe that they're like super excited about. Oh my god, it does this thing, and like wicked. And then they come back and they come to another event like, yeah, I wanna test this thing out again, and it does something completely different. I'd be like, what the?
Mm.
I thought it did that other thing, but you know what I mean, like.
I do, but I think what makes our show dope is that you're coming for the different thing.
Yeah, it's
Like
almost like that
the different thing is what is dope.
the mystery is part of the product, right? It's almost like
Yes.
a Jack in the Box. It's like the part of it is the surprise. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get that for sure. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
But I get what you're saying too.
Because a lot of venues, they don't necessarily associate with a particular genre either. It's just whoever's playing.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
We're the Mandarin.
Yeah, dude.
So you can
You're buffet, bro.
yo, everything is here,
Yeah.
you know? Like, and it's the fact that there's so many things going on. That's why you keep coming back. Or I don't know. Fuck,
Yeah.
maybe that was
Well, the
such a
menu
bad
changes. The
match.
menu changes like weekly.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's yeah,
Similar
we're the
similar
Mandarin.
food, just a different nuance of flavor.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. Anywho.
Yeah. Every plate when you go back to the table, every plate is different, but it's still the same fire.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I'm out of
Every plate is
barbecue.
different.
I'm gonna get barbecue. You just don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be fire.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, we are the Mandarin. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, man. Well, okay. Is there anything else you want to say? You know, wrap up March. You know, April's here. Yeah, and
I
this
saw
year
an
is getting by
amazing
fast.
quote today.
Hmm.
I saw an amazing quote today.
Okay.
So I work in a long-term care facility, right? A
Mm-hmm.
lot of these motherfuckers, they don't have teeth. This quote said, "Smile while you have teeth left." And I was like, "Oh shit. That's some real shit." Cuz trust me, if someone were to like lose one of their front teeth, they're going to wish they had more pictures of them smiling.
Dude.
I
Yes.
I was in the dentist like what was that like a month and a half ago. I
Okay.
thought my whole jaw was gonna break. Like, so glad I made it out of there and I could still smile like a normal
Wait,
person.
why?
Hey y'all, my wisdom tooth was like infected. I had to get it
Oh.
out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Hey man, if you could smile while you're out there, smile, man.
So I have braces for 4 years in high school,
Mm,
and before braces, I would hide my smile with like how embarrassed I was about how bad my teeth were. And then I had to endure
mm,
4 years of adding braces on top of a ugly smile. So I hid that. I
damn.
hid that too. After my braces were off, dude, I could do nothing but smile. I just smile all the time now, man. Like it changed my life. Like it
Yeah,
literally
bro.
changed like my approachability, like my confidence, like so
Mm,
I will say like the investment of those braces, it was expensive, it was like over $4,000. You know, thank you my parents. But like it, yeah, I could not see my life being, you know, or me being able to reach the level of confidence that I've had because of just being able to smile. So you're right too. Like, don't take it for granted.
yeah,
Maximize that
bro.
shit before you lose your teeth. I don't know, unless you go
Hmm.
dentures, but like,
Yeah.
all right, man.
Uh,
It's good to see you.
go.
Good to see you guys,
Yeah, man. You
YouTube.
too, man.
Thank you guys for hopefully tuning in on this episode when I put it up. But we'll see you guys next week, hopefully again on Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern. This was a fun catch-up BrackCast, wrapping up March. Good luck, everybody, with your plans in
There it
April.
goes.
Yeah, man. So we'll see you next time. Peace.
Alright.
Out.
Peace, peace.
Yo, later, dude.
Yo, later. Yo, where do you play